guys. So
Hey, I'm Haley. Today, I thought we would take a look into Amberlynn Reid. Now, I have been trying to stay away from Girl World for, well, not even trying, it just happened. I've been staying out of the Girl World loop for about a month or so now. Uh, it just got really boring, and I felt like I could do, I don't know, literally anything else with my life, but Uh, I also really wasn't interested in any of the Keemstar stuff that was happening with that channel. It's just too much. It feels really forced and petty more than anything. So I wasn't really interested in keeping up with that. Amberlynn still hasn't been posting on her YouTube channel lately, as many of you know, but she has been posting on TikTok. I've seen a few of her lives. I remember watching it. It was through one of the reaction channels. I can't remember which one it was right now. I think it was a compilation, maybe, but anyway, that's aside from the point. I remember seeing a little bit of that of her battles, and also just wasn't anything I was super interested in. But over the past few days, she's been posting like what I eat in a days for every meal that she's doing. She's saying that she's counting calories, and I thought it would be kind of interesting just to count calories with her. Um, Mainly because I feel like Amberlynn has a history of either not counting calories correctly, or there's been, alleged accusations that she's intentionally getting the calories wrong for interaction bait. Whatever the case, I just thought it would be fun. Especially after the breakfast, because the breakfast was a bit more easy to count calories, but like for the lunch, dinner, snack, I do want to make it clear I am eyeballing a lot of these things. I am guessing a lot of these things, which is honestly probably a lot of what Amber's doing too. So my calories could be off, but spoiler, I can say I did get differently from what she got, and it was by a couple hundred. Not saying that mine is completely correct, but I mean, I don't feel like she's weighing out these portions. If she was, I feel like they would be more um accurate, but I also kind of feel like she's eyeballing it. So I guess this is kind of, it's interesting to see how different people may eyeball portions, and it goes to the fact that the only real way to exactly know how many calories you're intaking instead of just guesstimating is to use a food scale and weigh it. Anyway, with all that, we're going to get into the video. So we're starting with her first TikTok. This is day one of her counting calories, and I think she's also intermittent fasting. Yeah, this is her breakfast.
listen, I need to get it together. I need to get it together. I weighed in at my heaviest that I have weighed in years. Years, literally. We're not gonna do
Kind of seems like she's proud of that. It seems like I have pre-seen this video obviously because I was doing the calorie counting, but throughout all this, it just kind of gives me the impression that this is kind of a for show thing, especially with her just quitting Wegovy and not losing, any weight, having any success on it. It seems like she's trying to fight against the rumors that Tommy has the interests that she does. You know what I mean? It seems like she's doing this to just kind of be like, oh, well, she's supportive. My girlfriend's so supportive and she wants me to, be successful in my weight loss journey. It doesn't really feel authentic. It doesn't feel any less authentic than most of her other weight loss attempts, to be honest with you. But that's just my personal opinion. That's just me.
a whole backstory. I have genuinely been yo-yo dieting since I was like 10 years old. I'm 35 right now, so majority of my life. I kind of just want to start fresh, okay? So I'm gonna be tracking my calories, and I just kind of want to document here on the good old tic tac patty whack, give a dog a bone. Why do I say it like that? I'll
I
never know.
hate when she
So I'm
says
getting a
that.
late start
Hate it.
today. That's all right. I have a cup of red grapes because that is a serving. She is overflowing a little bit, but that's okay. I have a Built Puff cookies and cream. Good source of protein. This has collagen protein, which your girl needs collagen. And then 2-string cheeses. 2-string cheeses. Oh my god. So that is.
So I have put the calories up on the screen. I did this by entering it into MyFitnessPal. Above me, you're going to see these little percentages above like the carbs, fat, protein, the 41, 31, 28. Just ignore those. I didn't change the calorie goal in the app, so those percentages are based off of my calorie intake for calorie deficit, which is a little over 1,500. So those percentages are not going to be reflective of the 2,000 calorie diet that she is aiming for. Um, yeah, on the left side of the screen over here, the first 2 calories I'm pretty confident in. The string cheese, it's not really clear what brand it is. I don't think it's the string head. I think that's what it's called. Those little packs with like the little cheese, string cheese cartoon, and he has like the hair. But I feel like it closely relates. I mean, it seems like a pretty generic brand, possibly from Costco or Walmart. I'm unsure. So again, please don't think that I'm an expert in this and that all of my calories are correct. This is just for fun to see, the different calories you can get whenever you're just eyeballing portions.
I haven't had a grape in forever. Whoa, good. So yeah, this is what I'm having. Oh, like I have filmed a few what I ate today for TikTok, and y'all love them. But I normally show all my food at once, but I figured I would just like split it up today and see how people like it. So each time I eat, it'll be a separate TikTok. Is that hectic? Or are you guys okay with that?
No, I feel like that's kind of normal in the what I eat in a days. Like I've not seen many of them, but I feel like I do see them split up in compilations of the whole day pretty often. So I think that's up to you, girl. Personally, I don't have a preference. I also don't really care. I will say the breakfast that she's having, just to comment on it, I mean, obviously like it could be better. It could be more nutritious, but I don't think it's really that bad, especially considering she is just beginning her, calorie counting, and it seems like she's focusing on more whole foods. To be fair, aside from the Built Bar, the cheese, and the grapes, they are probably more whole foods than she's used to having with takeout. So I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing. I would love for it to evolve in the future, to involve maybe more satiating uh, items, but this isn't the worst thing,
Have you guys ever
in my
had grapes
opinion.
and cheese together? Something about it.
Do you mean a charcuterie board? Do you mean the entire idea behind a charcuterie board? Have we ever had it? No, never.
Mm, mm, mm.
Shut up.
And I want to show you guys what this looks like. So I've never had this flavor, but I have had the coconut and I've had the brownie, and they taste like literally candy. I'm not allowing myself to have candy, so I'm gonna trick myself and be like, this collagen baby girl is candy, even though it's not.
I've never had Built Bars. Love the concept of like a marshmallow collagen filled, protein bar. I've never had them, so I can't speak on them personally. I have, however, been eating the little Fiber One squares. I think it's the chocolate chip one specifically. I think they're 70 calories and like maybe 6 grams of fiber. something really good for, I mean, the size, and they're really good. Sometimes whenever I have a little extra sweet tooth, I add like a thin layer of Nutella on top of them. It's really good. It's really good. Anyway.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna show you my lunch. We have 8 meatballs, which is 2 servings. These are chicken jalapeno, some sort of like cheese type of deal meatballs. And then here we have 2 servings of Brussels sprouts and a serving of corn. Brussels sprouts and corn. Saute that shit with some seasoning, some garlic, and I'm telling you.
Okay, so this one I was a little more unsure about. I will say I did kind of go with this chicken meatball calorie counting because I did watch Always Yamir's video, and I know they were talking about how Amberlynn recently did like a Costco grocery order, and I think they looked up the exact like frozen meatball bag that Amberlynn possibly would have gotten. So I did kind of go off of that to put it into my Fitness Pal. Um, for the Brussels sprouts, I know in Always Ymir's video, they also found the bag and said it seemed kind of like the entire bag that Amberlynn used. And I think it was like a half cup per serving. There were 4 servings. Aside from that, also just kind of eyeballing this in particular, if we take the fact that she's into using that cup measure for the grapes, I assume she may use it for the Brussels sprouts too. I have no idea. Um, I don't know. I am eyeballing it, but 2 cups was my best guess. And for the corn, they're very spread out. It's, I mean, very hard to tell. Corn's not the most high calorie thing, so I felt like settling with half a cup could be a good, happy, place to estimate here. So that's why I went with those. And then again, ignore the different percentages and stuff above the carbs, fat, and protein up here.
The combo is divine. I love it. So if you did not see my first TikTok of the day, I'm on a journey. I'm allowed to eat 2,000 calories a day. I am doing intermittent fasting. So I have an 8-hour window to eat those 2,000 calories, and I'll be posting what I eat. Oh my god, that is so good.
Okay, I don't love these new mannerisms she has. Anyway, so 2,000 calories in an 8-hour window is a lot, honestly, but I can understand why she might think that's better. Um, whenever you're used to hinge eating, like door hinge, right? Whenever you're used to doing that, you get used to the feeling of being very, very full instead of paying attention to, the normal hunger cues. So I can understand why that may be a bit helpful, especially when focusing on more whole foods that are going to make you feel fuller with more protein, carbs, healthy fats, and everything. And just general volume eating, it might, in that 8-hour window, make you feel like you've had a lot more food because you're waiting less time between eating it, if that makes sense. And then for the other 16 hours, truthfully, I think she's sleeping for a lot of it, which does still count, not entirely knocking it or whatever, but I do think she's sleeping for the majority of it to not eat, which no further comments, whatever.
And a hack. If you guys like black pepper, add it to this. I add quite a bit, but it adds like a kick. It's so good.
Guys, hack, right? If you like cooking the Brussels sprouts, cook them so you'll enjoy them more. If you don't like frozen meatballs, cook them and you'll enjoy them more. Don't tell anyone I told you that. It's a generational secret.
So these meatballs are actually from Costco. That is hot. All I did was cook them in the air fryer, which is what made them nice and brown, perfectly cooked. You guys, what in the actual hell? I think I just found my favorite meat.
Does she wear a microphone? Like, how are her chewing sounds always so loud? It feels like it's in my ear. And I hate that. I hate chewing sounds so bad. Mouth sounds are one of my biggest, like, pet peeve might not even be a strong enough word. It makes me irrationally angry, and I just can't explain it. It always has. I know it's irrational, and I try to get over it, but I don't know. I never see a microphone on her. I've never seen it. So I'm like, is she just chewing that loudly that the audio carries that well to the speaker in her phone or the receiver or whatever to make it sound like it's that close? Or does she have like a hidden microphone to really pick up the sounds? It's hard to tell if this is intentional. I don't think it's intentional. I hope not. That's
So this meal, surprisingly, not many calories. For 2 servings of the meatballs, 300. Corn, 130. So we're at
my head's in the way.
430.
Oh no, my head's in the way. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it.
D for the Brussels.
Okay, I'm sure I'm gonna have to move myself again soon on the next screen, but I'm here now. Hey. Anyway, this is the lunch calories, like right there, the second one. Again, ignore the percentages, but that is what I personally got from the information I've put here behind my head that hopefully you see it on the last.
Sprouts. And there's a lot of food. I'm telling you, this plate is massive. But that's really good with like volume eating too. Like you want to stay in your calorie limit, but you want to feel full. You don't want to feel like you're depriving yourself. So that is my plan.
Well, yeah.
Low calorie foods for high volume so I can feel full, because your girl still wants to eat. I'm still hungry, okay? I want to be successful and satisfied. All right, you guys.
Okay, well, that's all I have for this part. I am going to cover the third and fourth TikTok for day 1 in the next part, just to make them both around 20 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to be doing super long form videos yet, but yeah, make sure you look out for that upload. Bye!